I want to explain to you what constitutes a great mindset and why it's actually such a big factor in your fat loss. So first of all, here are some of my favorite pro athletes and business person. Here's Conor McGregor, Novak Djokovic, Alex Hormozy. You might not know them, but I'm sure you know of some athletes, some celebrity that has inspired you throughout your life at some degree. And I want you to take a moment and think. At the highest level, like all pro athletes have similar physique. They all have their peak condition. They are all really locked in on their diet. And at a certain level, all business people are pretty smart. It's all similar in some ways. But what truly is the distinction between Novak Djokovic and another tennis player? Well, the mindset to reach that pinnacle of human capacity is what's the differentiation between the two. And in your fat loss, if you have a great mindset, it's the same principle. You're really, really gonna go far, despite your genetics, despite your current circumstances, despite the weight you're starting at, despite your pains, all of this shit. If your mindset is dialed in, you'll see results much faster. So I'll explain to you some things that are gonna really gonna fix your mindset in a quick way that have worked for me. I've worked with a few clients as of now, and I've seen recurring beliefs all around that were preventing them from reaching their goal as fast as they could have. Let's go over them really quickly. They think they'll fly once, so basically they'll never try again. They're allergic to pain, which means midway through a rep they'll stop thinking, well, that's enough, I've had enough. They think they're different, they think they have a slow metabolism, that they're handicapped in some way that's gonna be way tougher for them for X reason. Their expected results are really out of touch with reality. They think they've had shit behavior for nutrition and like exercise for 10 years and they're gonna fix it in 1 week. They have an all or nothing mindset, which means if they don't go like crazy, 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 they won't get results, which is completely false. The fear of judgment, they fear people judging them for changing their life, for looking better, and then refusing to build a system as well. They think it's not necessary to have a meal plan, not necessary to have a workout plan. They think it's just gonna get magically better. So these are a few beliefs that are clearly holding people back. I don't want to explain all of them because it seems pretty obvious to me, and I think if you take the time to sit down, you can see why some of these beliefs are gonna hold back someone who's trying to lose body fat. Even if it might seem true at first, it's really just bullshit because people in worse conditions always make it work. But you might not actually identify with any of these beliefs. These might not be the ones that are holding back your weight loss. But to rewire your beliefs and to optimize your mindset, you're gonna need to first identify which are your limiting beliefs. I can tell you one of mine that I used to have. It was that I could play a little video game even once in a while. Like it was fine to play a little video game and I could still be the best version of myself. But that's completely bullshit because how can the best version of myself go to sleep late? Going to sleep late is clearly a consequence of playing video games for me. How can the best version of myself talk with loser on Discord all day, which is a consequence of playing video games for me? How can the best version of myself be wasting time on what's irrelevant? That's not my best. So I can just revert this limiting belief. And I take playing video game once in a while is fine. Two, playing video games is truly a plague to my life. And I'm not a gamer. I am an entrepreneur. I am a salesperson. I am the best version of myself. This can be the beliefs that I rewire. And I want to write this down the way I will just invert that belief in a positive way. I want to write this down and then I want to start reading it every day and visualizing it. You've probably heard of basketball people just making shots during practice, going back home and trying to visualize their shots, repeat them in their head so their body remembers the way they were shooting the ball and all that. It works the same with your beliefs. If you read them every day, if you truly take the time to visualize them, feel it in your head and in your feels, it's gonna slowly, over time, have a true impact on your mind. And just like it worked for me, slowly over time, I distanced myself from all these bullshit video games and Now I can't really stand the thought of playing and wasting time on it. I can, it doesn't interest me anymore. And it can be the same for the shit food you're eating, the sleeping late, all the habits that have led you to your current body fat circumstances. Rewiring your beliefs can just fix that. I really truly invite you to do this exercise right there. And when you've identified your main beliefs and wrote the things that would invert them, and you start reading them every day, then I want you to get in the second part of what constitutes a great mindset, in my opinion, which is purifying yourself from all the poison that's plaguing your life. This is Spider Man when he removes the Venom suit that was just really ruining his fucking life, right? And there are some things for us that are Venom suits in a way. First of all, the circle of friends that we have. I want to say, I believe humans were made to live in a tribe, and when we leave the tribe, some part of us really gets into fight or flight mode, which is we're gonna die. Like we can't actually live the tribe, we're gonna die. And it feels so wrong to be alone, completely isolated in solitude. But it might be crucial for you because I assure you that in some way you're the sum of the five people you spend the most time with. And if these people are fat, unhealthy people with physique you truly don't aspire to, why are you spending time with them? I want you to reflect on if your friends truly have something, some value to give to your life. And for me, well, I had Discord friends that were playing League of Legends with me, a video game, and yeah, they had zero value to my life in some ways. So I just distanced myself from them. I don't talk to them anymore. We just separated our paths, and that's completely fine because I want to be the best version of myself, and a purification was required to reach that goal. Then there are the addictions such as vape, alcohol, beer, video game, fast food, all the bullshit in your life, sleeping late, porn addiction, I don't know. All this is clearly plaguing you, making it harder to reach your goal, and you gotta be purified from this. And then the dopamine regulation as well, which is just it kind of goes end to end with addiction. But if at the end of the day, let's say your day is quite perfect, you just worked out, maybe saw your girlfriend, worked on your business, on your goals, on your sales, then went to the gym. I already said that. Ate perfectly and just slept. Well, your brain is gonna work in comparisons to determine what's fun and what's not fun. So let's say you just worked out and did useful things. Well, your brain is gonna take pleasure into that. But if you start your day by playing video games, if you start your day by eating some junk food, the rest of your day, the useful stuff is gonna feel dull because it's just less dense in dopamine. And this is how to purify yourself. I want you to first, you need to identify what needs to be purified in your life, everything that is holding you back from achieving your goal. Then I want you to identify what's the most alright thing to purify from your life. So what's the main thing that if you were to just remove this shit from your life, it would create a tremendous leap in progress toward the physique that you desire. What is it? Is it the fact that you're sleeping late? Is it the fact that you're drinking heavily? Is it the fact that you're buying fast food? Pinpoint it, and when you've sniped it, like when you know what it is, I want you to identify when the behavior appears, if it's an addiction. So let's say you identify that you're addicted to video games. Well, I identify that every time I play video games, it's because I'm super sleepy, or because I'm literally mental booming, or I'm sick. Like I think my head is wrong in some way. So then I identify how I can stop it from appearing and how I can just change my reaction to that trigger. So now when I feel sleepy, well, I take a nap. Now when I feel like I'm mental booming, I think everyone hates me. I take a walk. I do a hard workout. I do a meditation. I've found ways over time to just deal with that feeling instead of just reverting back to destructive habits it's not just wasting time, it's literally working against your goal by doing these habits most of the time. It's just like cleaning the pantry, by the way. So if you have shit food in your pantry, what you can just do is take the shit food and put it in the trash. Then you can burn the bridge, which means you take the trash and you put it on the corner of your street, and then it's gone. And you cannot buy shit food anymore, and then it's just not there. You're gonna be so much less tempted toward the bad action. And when I really started to diminish my video game consumption is when I sold my computer. Like that was burning bridge. Is when I took a hammer and smashed my old iPhone. That was burning bridge. And when the purification has been completed, because it will, you can purify something else. But I suggest you go one thing at a time because in the past you might have tried to purify everything at the same time. And the idea might sound really good in your head and in your mind, but it probably hasn't worked if you're there today. So truly focus on pinpointing one thing that you can purify right now and be ruthless in purifying it. And when that's done, you can jump to the other thing. But go one thing at a time. So in summary, purify the poison from your life and identify and try to rewire your limiting beliefs. And if you do these two things, you're gonna have a prime mindset that is really gonna optimize your fat loss, your body recount, and you're gonna look better much faster.